Some of you are missing out on the opportunity to getting calls every single day, and it's because you're lacking focus on one component, and it's your Google business profile, as some of you may know it as your Google My Business profile. And what I see most of the time from junk removal business owners who are struggling, and even some of those who are doing well but are looking to do more, is that they have not put enough focus into their Google profile organically. And within a profile, there's a few things that are going to be very important in getting that traction when it comes to getting a phone call every single day. Some profiles upwards to 100, 200 calls each month. And what you want to look at, two key areas when it comes to your Google business profile that Google's going to look at. One is going to be out of your control and is going to be the proximity of you and your customer. So how far is your business from the customer themselves? If you're only a mile away or less than a mile away, you're going to have a much higher likelihood to show up near or at the top of the search in comparison to if they were 10, 15, 20 miles away. This is why you see a lot of business owners in this space particularly might have more than one profile. And basically what they're doing is they are pretty much playing to the proximity part of the game, where they're trying to have a profile maybe on north side, south side, east, west sides of town, because they know that that profile will have a better likelihood of showing up. Let's say that the east side profile would have a much higher likelihood of showing up for someone there in that part of town than perhaps the one on the west side. Now, this doesn't mean you need to go and build 10 different profiles, because one, most likely you're going to get them suspended because you won't have a location for them. And that's not really the way that Google wants you to go about things. But I mentioned it because it is happening. So for those of you with one profile, which is most of you, you can't change anything when it comes to proximity. You know, the people that are closest to you, you're going to have a higher likelihood of them showing. But what you can change is the way that you get social proof for Google with reviews. So you really need to focus and build that trust on the platform and get those reviews so that now your profile can gain some traction and some trust within the Google platform. And the best way for me to explain this for you is if you look at it from Google's standpoint, they want to show the customer the best fit for them, so that way in the future, when they have another need, they will go to Google for a solution. So if someone is looking for furniture removal, junk removal, a property clean out, a shed demo, a hot tub removal, any of these items that you fulfill within your business, what Google is then going to look for is who is the closest business to this person that we think has the highest likelihood of doing a great job for them. And of course, that's where the reviews plays a part, right? Because the higher reviews, if you're a 5-star, and the more reviews that you have, the better chance that you are the fit for them, especially if you're close by. Some other areas that you can look at when you're getting the reviews, you want to consistently get reviews, and you should have a process in place to do this, to hold yourself accountable or your team to be consistent and do this. And if you are consistent, you will see traction from it. But also, your replying to reviews consistently is important, and also the kind of reviews that you're getting. So at some point you'll see within Google, if someone were to mention in the review, one of your customers, that you did a hot tub removal for them in said part of town or city, Google is going to read that review and it will translate that when somebody has a search relative to it. So for instance, if the review says, this company did our junk removal in said town and did a great job, the next time somebody says junk removal this town, they are going to be able to pull that review and match it to that keyword. Hopefully that makes sense for everyone. So obviously the more reviews you get, not only are helpful, but some of the things that are said in the reviews are also helpful as well, especially if they match the search, okay? Specifically what they're looking for. So this is slept on way too much in the junk removal industry. And I know that because half the time I get on a call with someone, I'm usually looking at a profile that has less than 10 to 15 reviews. And for those of you that have been in business that are watching this for the last year, 2 years, 3 years plus, you should have way more than 15, 20, or even 25 reviews on your profile. Because if you're doing even just 2 jobs a day, there's no reason why you shouldn't be at a minimum getting at least 5 reviews a week. That would be 30% of your jobs. All right. If you guys did 15 jobs a week and you got 5 reviews, that would be 1/3 of the people that you service. I think that is more than reasonable. The main way for you to get them is to hold yourself accountable to doing it, staying consistent with it, and having a focus on it. And there's no reason why you shouldn't. Because if it's done properly, this is your way, one of your key ways that you can drastically make a difference in the organic reach that your business has. Now, when it comes to SEO, obviously when we're talking organic, there's a lot more than just one thing or 2 things. But this is something that all of you can control that will help your business gain traction. And that's why I wanted to put together a video on it, because I still continuously see so many people that I speak to lacking in this area. So in 2023, this summer, the fall and into the winter, I want all of you who are watching this video today to start to really emphasize and put a focus on getting reviews to your Google business profile. If you do not have one, there is no reason why you should not. I know sometimes Google can be a pain in building profiles, but you need to get it done. Go through their process. Make sure that you have a Google business profile. And for those of you who do have one, but you have less than 20 reviews, get to work on that, because you're really missing out on an opportunity to gain business. And don't be surprised when somebody else comes in your area, does the work, and surpasses you, because within 4 months, they'll have 40 to 50 reviews and you're still stuck at 15 to 20. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.